Yo, what's good, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today we got a special video for you guys, man. We got my official 2020-2021 NFL playoff predictions. The playoffs are finally here. We got 6 games on Super Wildcard Weekend, and I'm absolutely excited for it. I'm not that big of a fan of the 7th seed, but it's more games at the end of the day because you got an 11-5 team in the Colts in the AFC, but then with the Bears 8-8, did they really deserve to make the playoffs? No. So I'm not that big of a fan, but it's more games, so it is what it is. But without further ado, let's get to the predictions. So the first game on tap is the Buffalo Bills versus the Indianapolis Colts. And this is going to be an interesting game. I mean, the Bills have been scorching hot as of late. Josh Allen has been on an unbelievable pace, and the Bills' offense, especially their aerial attack, has been hard to stop. The Colts mostly relying on Jonathan Taylor, but Phillip Rivers does have a lot of playoff experience, and that could ultimately factor into this game. The Bills do have some injury concerns as Cole Beasley, one of their main receivers, is hurt. He might not play, and Stephon Diggs, you can make an argument he's played like a top 3 receiver in the NFL this season. He's also hurt. So is he going to play? I don't know. I think he is going to play. I think there's a good shot he'll play. And the Colts, even though defensively they are good, there are just times where their offense is just stagnant and falls flat. And with the momentum the Bills got, I don't really think the Colts are going to be able to stop the Bills' offense enough for them to win. The only way they could really win is through Jonathan Taylor winning football. So I got the Bills. The next game, we got the Los Angeles Rams at the Seattle Seahawks. The Rams, obviously, they've been dealing with a lot of injuries. We don't know who's going to be their quarterback, Jared Goff or John Wolford. And they do had some injury. I mean, Cooper Kupp is coming back. Cam Akers came back from an ankle injury. So, obviously, the last time these two teams played, it was a defensive battle. Both teams were inconsistent offensively, but Seattle pulled it out at the end with Russell Wilson doing his thing. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think it'll be close, but I'm just going to go with the team that's got the quarterback advantage. And Russell Wilson is obviously way better than Jared Goff and John Wolford. And I just trust the Seahawks offense more than I trust the Rams. I think they got a healthy running game with Chris Carson and Carlos Hyde. I think that's going to help them. The defense is ascending. I think Jamal Adams is going to play. So I'm going to go with the Seahawks. And the last game of Saturday, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Washington Football Team. Now, the Washington Football Team, man, they've basically been a meme. But congratulations to them for winning Tank Division or the NFC East. It's a disaster of a division. And this could be somewhat close if the Washington defense can get after Tom Brady with Chase Young and those pass rushers. And they may not have Mike Evans for this game, so that could affect them offensively. But Washington's offense, bro, like Alex Smith, he's not the same guy that he once was. And God bless him, man. He's going to win Comeback Player of the Year, but is he really good enough to help out this Washington offense put up points? Like, the only way they're going to get points is if their defense forces turnovers and put them on a short field. They do have some weapons at Terry McLaurin and Logan Thomas, but I just don't think it's going to be enough, man. So I'm rolling with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hopping into the next game, we have the Baltimore Ravens at the Tennessee Titans. This might be the best game of Wild Card Weekend. I'm not going to lie. Man, this could be a coin flip because Tennessee's offense has been so good. Derrick Henry's been playing like the best running back in football. They got 2 elite receivers on the outside, and A.J. Brown and Corey Davis. The Ravens' running game is the best running game in the league, like overall. Lamar's been playing at a high level. Man, I'm going to go with the Ravens because I don't trust Tennessee's defense. And I think Lamar and the Ravens coming in with momentum, knowing it's a revenge game, they're going to be ready for this moment. And I think Lamar and the Ravens are going to pull it out in a shootout. I think the running game keeps Tennessee on the sideline, and I trust the Ravens defense more than I do the Titans. And that's why I'm going to roll with the Ravens in this game. The next game, we got my Chicago Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints. Oh man, the Bears, they've just been lucky to make the playoffs. They're lucky to be here, in all honesty. They didn't really deserve it. But hey, they're in the playoffs. They got a chance. But I don't think they can win. There's just too many injuries for them to overcome. I think Roquan Smith may not be playing. That's a huge loss. Heart and soul of the defense. Darnell Mooney, second best receiver on the team, might be out. And at the end of the day, the Bears defense has just been a little bit inconsistent. And Mitch Trubisky's inability to push the ball down the field going up against an elite pass rush. I want the Bears to win, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I'm going with the Saints. The last game of Wildcard Weekend, we got the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Cleveland, congratulations, making it to the playoffs for the first time in 18 years. Finally, the monkey is off your back. You're in the playoffs, but obviously you just got hit with the COVID curse, as one of their star offensive linemen is out. Their head coach, Kevin Stefanski's out. This could still be a close game because the Browns can run the football, and it's going to kind of be strength on strength. The Steelers' passing attack versus the Browns' running attack. But at the end of the day, I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think they got the playoff experience. I have trust in Big Ben to pull this out. And I'm just going to trust Big Ben and Mike Tomlin more than I do Baker and the Browns' backup head coach. That's really all I can say. Moving on into the divisional round, we have the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. This is going to be a good game. Obviously, the Chiefs have had the Ravens number in the past, but I think this will be closer than people think because the Chiefs are coming off a bye. They might be a little bit rusty. The Ravens are coming in with momentum. This could be closer, but at the end of the day, Mahomes has just owned the Ravens defense in his career. And I can't bet against Pat Mahomes, man. And especially for the Chiefs to lose their first playoff game that they play, I'm not betting against that. So I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs to advance to the AFC Championship. Then we got the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Buffalo Bills. I'm going with the Bills. I don't think it's going to be much different from their Week 14 matchup. I think the Bills match up nicely against the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers have an answer for Stephon Diggs. And the Bills' passing attack will be too much for their banged-up secondary and also banged-up linebacker core. And at the end of the day, Big Ben against a good secondary, I just don't think it's going to work. Big Ben's arm is kind of starting to wear out, and this could be the end of the line for Big Ben, so I am rolling with the Buffalo Bills. On to the NFC, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against the Green Bay Packers with Aaron Rodgers. The Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers matchup we have all been waiting for. This has never happened in the playoffs, but we finally get it. It kind of pains me because I'm not a Tom Brady fan, and I'm also not a Green Bay fan. So this it just hurts to really make this pick, but I'm rolling with the Packers. I just think the home field advantage at Lambeau Field is going to help them out. Even though Brady's been used to the cold, the whole team has not really been used to playing in the cold. They haven't really played in cold weather most of the year. And Aaron Rodgers is just playing at an amazing level. And I know the Bucs blew out the Packers last time, but that was in Tampa. That was in Week 6. And Tampa's secondary is not good right now. And I think Aaron Rodgers is going to exploit that weakness. I think the Packers can run the football with their three-headed running attack. And the Packers' defense is better. Jaire Alexander is one of the best corners in football. They have an elite secondary, and their run defense is getting better. I just don't see them losing in the first round, so I'm rolling with the Packers. And the last matchup, we got the Seahawks at the Saints. Now, I went back and forth with this one because I'm always unlucky picking the Saints. I've picked the Saints to make the Super Bowl in 2017 and 2019, and they underachieved. So maybe this is a little bit of just kind of a biased pick. But I'm going to go with the Seahawks. I think they have a shot to pull off this upset. I know they've been a little bit inconsistent, but I think they can put it together for this game. I think Russell Wilson in the playoffs is a different beast. I think they can attack the Saints down the field, which if there's a weakness to the Saints defense, it's their secondary, especially down vertical threats. And I think the Seahawks defense can really challenge Drew Brees. They got a good pass rush, force him to push the ball down the field. And I think it'll be a good game, but I think the Seahawks will pull this one out at the end. So on to the NFC Championship game. We got the Green Bay Packers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. It's only fitting that Aaron Rodgers has to beat the Seahawks to make the Super Bowl after what happened in 2014. Obviously, the infamous onside kick game. Seattle coming back, which was just a crazy game. It's only fitting we get Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson in the championship game. But I'm not betting against the Packers, man. I mean, it sucks to pick them to go to the Super Bowl, but at the end of the day, they have the home field advantage at Lambeau Field, and I just think it's going to be too much for Seattle to handle. Also, I don't think Seattle has any answer for Davante Adams. And honestly, Davante Adams might be the best receiver in football this year. I'm not even joking. I think Davante is making the case he's the best receiver in football right now. And they have no answer to it. And I think Green Bay's pass rush can take advantage of Seattle's offensive line. I think Jair can at least limit DK Metcalf. And I'm going to roll with the Packers. On the other side, we got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. This is going to be crazy. This is going to be an offensive shootout. Oh, man, this is going to be tough. I'm going to roll with the Chiefs. I just trust Patrick Mahomes. It's just about trusting Patrick Mahomes. It's hard to bet against the Chiefs with what they've done. And yes, they do have deficiencies. Yes, they're not great in the red zone. Yes, they're not being able to run the football. But I think with Mahomes, Tyreek, Kelsey, I think it'll be good enough. And I think the moment might be a little bit too big for the Buffalo Bills right now and Josh Allen. And that's why I'm going to roll with the Kansas City Chiefs to advance to the Super Bowl. This is going to be a close game. It can go either way. I just trust Kansas City's offense more than Buffalo's. That's why I'm picking the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl. So we got the State Farm Super Bowl. I guess one of the Super Bowls we've all been waiting for, man. Rematch of the first ever Super Bowl played. And if this is the matchup, honestly, I'll take it. Patrick Mahomes versus Aaron Rodgers. Who wouldn't want to see the two best quarterbacks in the league go head-to-head in the Super Bowl? I know it sucks as a Bears fan to be watching the Packers in the Super Bowl. But as a fan of the league, bro, I don't care, bro. I'm going to be watching this game. It's going to be a shootout. Both teams are great. Both offenses have been elite the entire season. Oh, man. If Aaron Rodgers and the Packers can win the Super Bowl, it cements his legacy as a top 5 quarterback of all time, maybe even top 4. I don't think there's any debate about Aaron Rodgers being a top 5 quarterback of all time if he wins this Super Bowl, especially after what he's went through this offseason. I think it's indisputable. And Patrick Mahomes, he's just going to keep building his legacy if he wins this one. Oh, man. The Chiefs, I don't think, have an answer for Davante Adams. But on the flip side, I don't think the Packers have an answer for Travis Kelce. I think Kelce and Tyreek Hill, you add Sammy Watkins, who's been great in the playoffs for them, Mecole Hardman. I just think the Chiefs have too many weapons. In Green Bay, outside of Davante, the other receivers can be inconsistent. They do have a better running game. They do have a better offensive line. But I just think that Kansas City, with their receiving core, I think they can get the better of Green Bay's defense. And I think the Kansas City defense, being experienced, being in the big moments of a Super Bowl already, I think they can make a big-time stop on Aaron Rodgers in the clutch. And I think Patrick Mahomes, with having more weapons, he's going to show that he's the best quarterback in the league. He's the best player in the league. And I'm picking the Kansas City Chiefs to win it all. I know you got the 1 seeds in the Super Bowl, but I normally don't pick actually the 1 seeds. Actually, over the last couple of years, I really haven't picked both 1 seeds. And y'all can't call me biased for this playoff prediction because I literally picked the Bears' arch rival to reach the Super Bowl. Okay? If I was biased, I wouldn't have picked the Packers to make the Super Bowl. But At the end of the day, I'm just going by logic. I'm going by which teams I think have just been the most consistent. I think the Packers have been the most consistent team in the NFC. The home field is going to be too much, and I can't bet against Patrick Mahomes. I'd pick maybe like a couple of upsets, but at the end of the day, man, I know I'm not going to be 100% right. I might get a couple picks wrong, so don't kill me and just like roast me if I get like a couple picks wrong. But yeah, those are my official 2020 playoff predictions. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I will have all the timestamps linked down below in the description, maybe even in the comment section for you guys to just kind of scroll through. And that's it, man. I'm out.